Subjectivity also takes into account the empirical study, but mainly it give emphasis on interpreting the underlying meanings, underlying structural reasons and pattern. But objectivity give full emphasis on empirical study, empirical analysis, because establishing cause and effect relationship has to be done through empirical study. But interpretive sociology, that is subjectivity, give less importance to empirical analysis. But it does not mean that subjectivity is completely abstract. No, it focuses on the reality, what it is there in the society. But here giving less importance to empirical study means that it is not just producing the fact as it is. It is subjectivity is not just producing certain cause and effect relationship as it is, because according to subjectivity there may be certain underlying pattern. Whatever is visible through objective data is not actually real. There may be certain underlying pattern, there may be certain structural reasons, structural meanings or underlying meanings attached to it. Here I would like to take two examples. One example is caste, change in the caste system or change in the practice of caste. As we know, there is a change in the practice of caste. People are becoming more progressive, modern, developed, so there is now less rigidity of caste. But that does not mean that caste has disappeared. No, caste is still exists in the society. Now, how one would able to understand? Through empirical objective study, one can prove the fact that there is now no more caste, because there is no restriction in interaction, there is no restriction on social gathering, social relationship and all. Even someone also can give the examples of intercaste marriage and all. But here subjectivity mainly focuses on uncovering or exploring the underlying pattern attached with it, structural reasons attached with it. Is it really a change in the caste system? If we see the pattern of change, we will see there is still endogamy exists. Everything is accepted, but different caste is not accepted in case of marriage. So through just visible objective facts, one may not be able to understand the change in the caste system or pattern of change in the caste system. But through interpretive understanding, interpretive analysis, one can understand the actual nature or trend of change in the caste system. Another example here I am giving is the digital literacy. Digital literacy is a very common issue today in the contemporary time, a very important subject of research or subject of study or subject of analysis or discussion in the contemporary sociology and in the social science. Now, to understand digital literacy, one may go with objectivity, another may go with the subjectivity. Now I would make a analysis of these two different dimensions. Through objectivity, one can get the idea that how many people or how many populations have access into the digital resources, and how many of the population can use the digital devices, digital platforms, and how many of them are digitally enabled, that is, they have the digital access or they are using digital resources. And another dimension of understanding is subjectivity. Here subjectivity will particularly focuses on understanding whether this access of digital resources, whether the digitalization or digital literacy among the common people is actually digital literacy, or just simply the availability of resources among people. That means this access is whether availability of resource or the literacy exactly. That is it actually a literacy, actually digital education, or simply the availability of resources? Here I am elaborating this point further. There may be people who are using mobiles and other digital resources, but maybe only for the purpose of entertainment and purpose of consumption, purpose of watching movies, YouTube, Facebook and all, and they knows how to use this. They do some online transactions and all. So in terms of objective understanding, we can call this as digital literacy, but in terms of subjective understanding, we cannot call it as digital literacy, because these people are not able to use these digital resources for their productive purpose. This usage, this availability of resources with them, and this usage pattern is not making any productive result for them. So this digital literacy may not be digital literacy in the understanding of subjectivity, but in the understanding of objectivity, it may be digital literacy, because they have the resources, they have the availability of resources, and they are using it, they are able to use it, they are enabled. So this is how we can understand the objectivity and subjectivity in sociological research or in sociology. So these two important things are very, very relevant for our research, for our understanding of sociology and social science. So this much is the present video. I will come with another important issue of research methodology in the next video. Thank you very much.